are we having the right dialogue is something that we're asking the world, and the idea is to spread this message that like let's together have the right dialogue, otherwise change will never come.
It doesn't seem like we are having the right dialogue, because as we speak, the media is portraying farmers as terrorists. So if we were really having the right dialogue, then farmers would not be terrorists. And as we speak, a person who tried to shut down a water cannon has been charged with attempted murder.
The people who are having the right dialogue are facing the consequences, because you see our political prisoners, you see how voices are being silenced in really, really scary and violent ways. And as in every few months we see, and we don't hear of so many of these people. As in there's a Gauri Lankesh, there's a Pansari, there's a Dabholkar. These are people that, there was a lot of noise and there were protests, but who's talking about it now?
So many migrant laborers, they are jobless. So many trans people, lesbian, bisexual people, they are jobless. So many Dalits are dying each and every day due to the atrocities. So many people are being threatened by the other section of people that you will be driven away from this country. So you tell that who will ask whom?
In lockdown, I realized, that I realized that because of the constraints I was put into, I realized that I had a certain kind of privilege, to reflect on my identity, to spend time on myself, to upgrade my abilities and so on and so forth. And we have a building being constructed right behind our flat in Mumbai. So basically, over there I saw so many migrant laborers, just not doing the work, but not even able to go home also, because we can't afford it, vagera vagera. So I mean, and at the same time when I was talking to my mom back home in Kutch, she wasn't talking about this. She's talking about the other issues, like let's say Sushant Singh Rajput's death and all that. So I just realized that the reality I am seeing, she was saying the same thing. So nowadays the channels we watch, that defines our reality. And that's quite sad. So to be honest, we are not having the right dialogue.
Are we having the right dialogue? Well, I would actually leave that question sort of meandering in the minds of the viewers and the participants who are registered in the festival. Think about it. Are we really having the right dialogues?
See, it's $1 million question, right? So I can't actually answer this. But what I can place here, I can flag here that we are trying to create a right dialogue. Trying to create.
The spaces for unjudgmental conversation are really, really small if you look at it.
So if you don't have the right information, you cannot have the right dialogue. But I'm not saying that people who gets the right information, that people is always engaged in right dialogue. I'm not saying that, but still we hope so.
Especially in 2020 when the pandemic is on, everything is online, everything is controlled, everything is designed by media, information, data, everything is in control. So as individuals, if we don't wake up, we will always believe the manipulated information that comes to us as the truth. Hence it's important for us to have the right dialogue. Hence it's important for us to wake up, to ask questions, to see beyond what are being told, what we are being told that it is the truth.
I say this with the humility that we are only trying to understand the positions from where some of these questions can possibly be asked. And I say this with the awareness that a lot of these questions probably will not have answers.
But spaces like this particular space of Dialogues Film Festival is very important to really be able to inculcate that critical publics so that we are able to ask the right questions, which seems to be so rare today.
in a festival that is say 3 days long, and maybe you have five talks, you can only touch on so many things, which is why it's so important that it happens year after year after year, because you might highlight a few issues this time, and then next year you can come back and look at another range, and then another range and another range. So yes, we are having the right dialogues, but it needs to continue.
We have to just keep fighting the good fight, and at Dialogues, that's what we're trying to do.